Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. We're inching up to that 6 o'clock mark this Tuesday morning, and today is December 10th. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmall for a look at your forecast this morning. It feels nothing like a December morning, Megan.
No, it does not. We have those warm temperatures this morning, and it's definitely not going to feel like a December day as we're heading into the afternoon, because we're just going to continue to see those temperatures getting warmer. But let's take a look out the door right now. Those temperatures are in the 40s for the most part. Now, if you're in Somerset and Monticello, you're looking in the mid-50s. 55 in Somerset, 54 in Monticello. And if you're here in Hazard, 46. So we have a little bit of a temperature range, but look as we go into the afternoon, and there you go. We are looking in the mid to upper 60s for most of the area, with the exception of our Virginia counties in the low to mid 60s. So it's going to be a warm day, but we do have that rain that is also in the forecast that could be messing up with how nice and pleasant your afternoon could be feeling. But as you can see, it's currently over Jackson and Hazard right now, and it's continuing to move to the northeast this morning, and we'll continue to see that rain chance throughout the rest of your day. But for your day planner, there you go. Rain chances scattered throughout the day. Temperatures warming up, hitting that high around that 3 to 4 o'clock hour, and then starting to cool down ever so slightly with those rain chances continuing as you're getting into your Wednesday. Madison.
All right, Megan, thank you. The nearly week-long manhunt for the suspected shooter of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is likely at an end. Yesterday, a suspect was arrested in Pennsylvania and is expected to be extradited to New York, where he now faces second-degree murder, multiple firearm, and forgery charges. CBS News' Naomi Ruckham has more on the arrest and the suspect from New York.
This morning, Luigi Mangione is behind bars. The 26-year-old was arraigned and later charged with second-degree murder yesterday in the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
Justice will be delivered in this case.
Pennsylvania police were called to the scene after the Maryland native was spotted by an employee at a McDonald's in Altoona around 9:15 a.m. yesterday. Investigators say they approached him and asked if he had recently been to New York.
He became visibly nervous, kind of shaking at that question.
Police say he was carrying a fake New Jersey ID that matched the one allegedly used to check into a New York hostel last week. Authorities say they later recovered Mangione's passport with his real name, along with a gun, suppressor, and clothing that they believe are consistent with those used in the shooting, and a 3-page handwritten document expressing ill will toward corporate America.
He's a coward, not a hero.
Mangione is from a prominent Maryland family that owns multiple country clubs. He was the valedictorian of his 2016 class at the elite all-boys Gilman School in Baltimore, and later earned computer science degrees from the University of Pennsylvania.
I knew of him. I knew him somewhat well. He was a nice kid.
Mangione spent time in Hawaii in 2022 and 2023. Two sources who knew him then say he suffered from back pain due to an injury. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
The Mangione family released a statement last night saying they are shocked and devastated by the news, adding that they offer prayers to the family of Brian Thompson and all involved. A New York City jury has found Daniel Penny not guilty in the subway chokehold killing of Jordan Neely. After the unanimous verdict was announced Monday, both applause and yelling filled the courtroom, and Neely's father was thrown out of court. Prosecutors had argued the Marine veteran used too much force to subdue Neely after he entered a subway car last year, acting erratically and screaming threats to kill. The defense argued Penny was just protecting himself and his fellow passengers. A woman who claims jailed singer and record producer Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted her at a party when she was just 13 years old now claims Jay-Z attacked her at the same event. The woman filed the lawsuit against Combs last October, but on Sunday she amended it to include Sean Carter, also known as Jay-Z. The woman says both men sexually assaulted her at an after-party following the Video Music Awards in 2000. Jay-Z has denied the accusations. In Whitley County, a man is facing charges following a child sexual abuse investigation when KSP's electronic crime branch received a complaint about 47-year-old Pierce Hamlin recording minors at his home. They launched an investigation. Once they found Hamlin, they arrested him on Friday. Hamlin was taken to the Whitley County Detention Center. A London man was charged with assaulting an officer. Police responded to an incident at a rehab facility on School Campground Road. Workers at the facility reportedly asked Josh Harris to leave as he screamed profanities at staff. After Harris refused to leave and resisted arrest, Harris and a deputy fell through a porch while Harris was choking him. The deputy reportedly freed himself and was able to take Harris into custody. One person is dead after an ATV crash in Harlan County. Officials with the coroner's office were notified of the crash last Saturday afternoon, which occurred in the Blair community. When the deputy coroner responded to the scene, he pronounced a 75-year-old man dead, who was later identified as Thomas Shepard. Officials with the coroner's office say he appeared to lose control of the ATV going uphill, causing it to roll on him. Two people are facing charges after a police chase in Whitley County. Williamsburg police received a call about a driver being intoxicated on Friday after a failed attempt to pull over Philip and LaCostia Jackson. They reportedly led police on a 3-mile chase. Police later found a pistol in the car. The Mount Vernon Police Department arrested a man after a chase this weekend. They say Nathan Gadd drove away from a traffic stop at the intersection of 461 and Reverend Green Loop in Rockcastle County. They say Gadd eventually went off-road into a cow field and jumped out of the car. He then ran into the woods. Police say they found him and he struggled with them, but they were able to get him in handcuffs. Police found gabapentin in his car and syringes. One Kentucky city may be putting the brakes on the use of medical cannabis by its city employees. The Richmond City Commission is expected to vote today to not allow city workers to use the drug. Richmond city leaders say they have discovered that many other cities are about 50-50 on this issue, but they say it is likely they may revise their ordinance based on what the future holds. Matthew Bratcher with Kentucky Normal says Richmond's planned move is disappointing.
You know, off-the-job cannabis use is not positively associated with elevated rates of occupational accidents or injuries.
Bratcher adds some companies are doing away with standard drug tests and instead checking for impairment. Richmond city leaders say if there is a demand for cannabis cards and workers use them for the right reason, they may readdress the issue. A new vision test requirement for Kentucky drivers goes into effect in just a few weeks. It starts New Year's Day 2025. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says it helps to promote highway safety. Vision screenings can be completed at the site of your license renewal at no cost. Drivers also have the option of getting a vision exam from their vision specialist and bringing the approval form with them to license renewal.
I just think knowing now that you have to have a screening every 4 to 8 years to renew your license will just help people be more aware of their vision problems.
Drivers who do not pass the screening will be referred to a vision specialist for another exam. That exam has to happen before your license can be renewed. Yesterday marked the first night of the WYMT Food City Mountain Basketball Classic. It is the 38th anniversary of the tournament. This year, it is being hosted at Perry County Central High School. Tournament chairman Archie Everidge encourages everyone to come out and support mountain basketball teams while also promoting the student and student athlete.
We consider this like a marriage between academics and athletics. And we, as a result of some great donors throughout Eastern Kentucky, they help to provide the scholarships.
You can find the brackets and this year's digital tournament program on our website, WYMT.com.
It's a foggy morning out there, so just make sure you are being prepared as you're heading on the roads today. And as you can see, a lot of fog, especially as you're looking more towards the southwest. So again, if you're encountering any of these fog patches, just make sure you're driving slowly. You have your low beams on this morning. Now, as we're looking at the live pinpoint Doppler radar this morning, there's also those rain chances. So something else to be aware of as you're heading out. It'll be going more towards the northeast the farther along you go, but we have those chances throughout the rest of your day. So just keep that in mind. Maybe have your umbrella on you for this Tuesday. Now, your forecast, well, we'll be warming up into those high temperatures in the mid to upper 60s around that 4 o'clock hour, and we'll have those rain chances scattered throughout the day. Madison.
Thanks, Megan, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. President-elect Donald Trump's top picks for the West Wing continue making appearances on Capitol Hill this week.